Good morning, guys, and God bless you. Happy Monday, guys. I hope you guys are starting your morning off pretty good. I am en route. Just had to stop to get some gas really quick. We are heading to, I think it's Live Oak, I think. It's around Little Elm area. We're going to be working on a Mercedes, but today's video is going to be pretty much about what do I do when I get a customer that says that their vehicle is pretty hammered, yet when we show up, the vehicle looks in really good shape. What do I do? So stay tuned, and hopefully this video kind of helps a lot of you guys that are just starting, or maybe if you ever run into this issue, maybe this will help you. So stay tuned, and let's get on the road. Alrighty, guys, we have arrived to a location. This is going to be the vehicle we are going to be working on. It's a really nice color. It's like goldish. I don't really know the name of this color, but it's really nice. It's a two-door convertible Mercedes. But overall, it's a really well-maintained vehicle. It's really not bad. I'm gonna bring you guys in really quick so you guys can see a little bit of how this vehicle looks, what I'm gonna be doing to it, if we're making any changes to it. And like I said in the beginning of the video, it's what do you do when you get a customer that calls you and says, hey, my vehicle, it's really bad shape, you know, come and take care of it. What do I do once I get on location and actually visually see the vehicle, and it turns out to be a very almost immaculate, in my opinion, immaculate interior. So let me bring you guys in and we'll go from there. Alrighty, guys, so as you guys can see, the interior is really not bad. Just a couple scuffs here and there, couple wear and tears like here. Overall, the car is really good. So what happens if the customer calls me and, you know, just says this is bad shape? But overall, to be honest, it was just dusty. There was a lot of dust all over the vehicle, on the dashboard. If you ever see this right here, this is a little bit like a red flag. Be careful. This material is very it can play some tricks on you if you're not careful. So always just be very careful, especially when working with a 10-year or older vehicle. I think this was like a 2005 Mercedes, but this material here can get very sticky, so just be very careful. Now going back to the price on this, the price didn't change on this customer. Even though the vehicle is really in good shape, the price does not change. The price won't go down, to be honest. So that's what I would do in my scenario. The carpets literally look clean. The leather just needed just a nice you know, maintenance. It needed a good cleaning, obviously, from where he purchased it. Just dust. Really, the vehicle's just been sitting, but it wasn't dirty. It really wasn't dirty. There's some materials here where it's already loose. You guys can see it right here on this door, which I'm gonna end up pointing it out here very soon, but you can kind of see the bubble right there. So that's just, you know, wear and tear. Be very cautious, be very careful whenever you're working with these types of vehicles that are already a little bit old. Not old, but you know, just time gets to them. So it really turned out really well. And I'm doing a voiceover just due to my microphone ended up messing up in this whole video, so I do not want to make it sound all the staticky and everything. But pretty much at this point, I'm just saying, you know, we're about to get started on this vehicle, and just stay tuned and let's see what we're gonna get to next. So I do apologize for having mic issues as always. I think I need to start buying better microphones, but this one does really well. I guess the battery's starting to be low, so I think that's when all the staticking starts. But let me finish up and let's go. Alrighty guys, so what I'm doing right now is I sprayed serranos sauce 10 to 1, 8 drops of Dawn dish soap, and I am agitating pretty much everything with my brush. Once the product starts going away, then I'll go ahead and brush again, brushing all the buttons really well. I try not to penetrate or soak a lot the center console, so that's why I usually brush. And right now I'm using the Causeway steamer, and then I'm going to go ahead and steam all the vents really well. As you guys can see, just steam it up. And what the steam will do is it removes a lot of the stickiness, a lot of that debris that it had, the dust. And I'm using the Vortex. The Vortex air tool, the PSI, I have it at 90 right now. At 90 PSI. And as you guys can see, I'm just blowing everything out really well. Moving the little sticks in the middle of the vents to where you can kind of close and open the vent. And then again, I keep steaming everything. Pretty much steaming is key on this one. Steaming everything. Right here it had a little bit of some sticky residue, so I ended up removing that, and here we are using the air tool again. The steamer and the Vortex is my best friend. Alrighty, so we are obviously to the back now. We are making sure that I remove what this was one of the concerns he pointed out to me, was the dust that it had built up on his on the vehicle, of course. So this was one of the points that I wanted to make sure I can get done, because I know this was an area that he kept pointing out. So I'm steaming everything again. Steaming is key, and steaming is everything I'm going to be using through this whole vehicle. And then I'm going to end up going back, and I will use the Vortex air tool to loosen up, or kind of clean it up much better. So here you see a little bit of the process on how I do it. Probably one of the most controversial things I do, I think, on my videos is when I use my detailing gun. Right now I have the pressure set at 45 psi, and I have it on a kind of like a wide nozzle setting. For the products right here, I'm using Aqua Gloss, and it's 4 to 1. And this is what I call the blending stage. After I dress, I follow it up with this big sponge, and I blend in the product that I literally just sprayed, just so it can start getting some nice color. The vehicle is pretty much done. Customer wanted to add a little bit of, he said he wanted the doors to look glossy. He wanted the vehicle to look kind of, he said it needed some pop. So we're gonna go ahead, and right now I'm using Aqua Gloss about it's kind of like a little bit like 50-50, more 4 to 1 a little bit, I guess. But I'm gonna spray it down, and then you guys are gonna be like, oh my god, why? But no, I'm gonna come back, and then I'm gonna blend this in nicely, and you guys are gonna see how amazing this works out. So I said 50-50, I'm sorry, it's about 4 to 1. So it's gonna look nice and shiny right now, obviously because it's coming out of the gun. But then you let the product just dwell in there, and then I come back with a pad and I blend all of this in, guys, and it gives you a really, really good finish. So here we go. And you might notice that I switched to this bigger one just because, I don't know, this bigger one actually does really good. So, and I like this detail gun because it gets all into the area that I need it to nicely, as you guys can see. Hopefully the camera can catch it. And I do this whole panel. I do everything. I give it one good pass. The only thing I don't dress, guys, will be the dashboard, because I don't want the overspray to get on the windshield. So I'll come back and then I will apply it by hand. And that's gonna give me the look I'm going for. So right now, I'm spraying all the vents right now, just to start they'll start getting color. They were real bad, actually. The material is starting to get dull, so you know, always just be careful. I'm gonna dress the steering wheel, just the face of it, so not this part. I just dress like where the horn is. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. Spray that nicely just to give it that nice pop. We'll dress the buttons, start making it, getting some color. Then we'll get these vents on this side. We'll get the front of it. And you guys are gonna see how well this product all blends in there. So don't worry, guys. I know my waist may not be the right waist. I know everybody's against using a detail gun, but let me tell you guys, this detail gun, man, it does amazing. How the door looks as of right now. I just finished using the detail gun. I just love using the detail gun. It's so even. The mist, to some this is a little bit extensive, it's too glossy, I understand that. And like I said, I'm gonna come back and blend all of this together, and you guys are gonna see how good it's gonna look. So all right, so this is the blending stage, like I call it. You'll hear me say blending a lot. Right now I'm just pretty much, after I sprayed everything, I've let the product sit there for a little bit, and I'm coming back with the sponge and starting to blend everything back into the plastics, back into the leathers. And this is gonna start getting the product to just start drying nicely and evenly, which you guys will see here at the end how amazing this looks. This is the same process I do every time. I will use the detail gun, wait a little bit, and then I'll come back and blend it off. And one thing you guys will see me do a lot of the times is always rinse out your brushes before you put them in the bucket. Done with this vehicle. Overall, it took me about 2 hours for the whole process. We did a thorough interior detail, steam cleaning, scrubbing all your interior. The products that we use today, I'm going to start with the with the exterior. For the soap, I use the Adams Mega Foam on a foam gun. Usually about 2 ounces of that. It gives me the suds that I'm looking for. Also, it was inside the bucket as well. I do 1 ounce in the bucket. For the wheels, we use Auto Beauty products. This is here out in Dallas. This is their magnesium aluminum. This is their acid wheel cleaner. I diluted this one. We did this one 50-50. The wheels were pretty caked in there, so I had to use some acid wheel cleaner. It removed all that grime, all that tough mud that was on there. Literally spray it on there, let it dwell a little bit, pressure wash it off, and that's literally how they look, brand new. And then the part, you guys, I think I didn't record. My phone was dying, so I had to charge it. I did a quick clay mitt all on the vehicle after I rinsed it off, and then I sprayed the Drive Auto Appearance. This is their Rapid Coat Ceramic Spray Sealant. And the way I did it, guys, was after I rinsed it, I sprayed this all over the car. And then I kind of just let it dwell in there, kind of, you know, I'll mist it a little bit. And then what I did is I gave it about, I'd say probably a good, maybe 45 seconds, maybe a minute max, after I sprayed this on there and just let it sit. And then I came and literally rinsed it all off. And this paint, literally, if I was to spray it right now, it's gonna bead like crazy. Really good product. This is by Drive Auto Appearance here in Dallas. They're in Plano, but also you can find them online. I'll be posting a link down below on their product. I love their spray sealant. It does really good. And for the tire dressing, I use their Drive Auto Appearance. This is their trim and tire gel. I know it says Blackstone. I use the Blackstone my grills. Little bottles, but this is their trim and tire gel, which, as you can see, it does really well. It gives you that nice gloss. It makes the tire pop. I usually just let it sit for about a good 30 minutes. Just let the product dwell in there, let the product blend into the whole tire, and it gives you a nice glossy look. You can literally wait maybe 30 minutes, or some like to wipe it off and then reapply like 2 coats of it. It's not a coating, but with 2, if you apply twice, it gives it a real nice glossy look. But this is just 1 application on the tires, and it turned out really well, guys. For the interior, very simple, guys. We use the serrano sauce. That, as you guys, if you guys don't know it, just type serrano sauce here on the search channel, and you'll find what the serrano says. It's the how are you? Awesome. It is super clean, 10-to-1 with 8 drops of Dawn dish soap, and then we use that all on the interior. We steam cleaned everything, and to finalize it, you guys saw some videos where I'm spraying the interior, and I use aqua gloss. We did 4-to-1. I'm literally spray it on there, and like I said, we'll let it dwell. And then I came back right before I started washing it, and then I blended it all in. And this next clip you're about to see is obviously the final product, the final look. And then to finish it off, I sprayed some Drive Auto Appearance, their Luxe Cockpit fragrance. This one smells so good, it's like a cologne. And this is what I sprayed to finalize it. That way it gives it a nice fragrance. But overall, this vehicle turned out amazing. So let me grab this camera, bring you guys in for the final look on how this interior turned out, and we'll definitely end the video there. So let me put everything up and we'll be back. Finish the final product with using the spray detailing gun that I use. On this material, you're gonna get 2 types of finishes. This one here grabs usually better, and you'll see it on the speakers as well. These speakers were dusty, and as well as the top, and hopefully you're able to see like just the combination on that door. And I love the way it truly finished out. Here is the dashboard, looks very neutral. All the vents were pretty bad, as you guys saw in the beginning. We're gonna go down to the carpet, steam cleaned everything. We used Flex Citrus on the carpet. We steam cleaned it as well. And man, this thing turned out really nice, guys. All the radio, after you spray it down, obviously we will blend it, and you have that nice neutral look, which is what I was going after, guys. The seats, look at that. And then the driver's side, guys, hopefully you're able to see it with the sun. Same process. We blended everything in, and just look at that, guys. So nice. Look at that leather. That is beautiful. Guys, have it. I hope today's video, hopefully you're able to see a little bit of what I do on the daily. And this was really a very cool project to work on, and overall just the outcome of how this vehicle turned out, really nice. Some may ask, hey Carlos, or if you do decide to ask, how did you find this customer? Very simple, guys. This sign right here, I was here about, well, I did a while back, I did a 4Runner that I did a ceramic coating on it. He lives in this neighborhood, and then I had my sign out. I had this sign out, and as they were driving by, you know, it caught the curiosity. They stopped. He actually came and parked, and then he walked over and he was like, hey, I saw your sign. What do you offer? So we talked, and here we are working on his beautiful Mercedes. But if you haven't had a one of these A-frame signs, if you haven't tried getting one, I definitely highly recommend you maybe getting one of these. Sometimes they're a little bit pricey. It just truly depends on who makes it, or the type of product that it is. But you're gonna get different pricings all over. These usually run from maybe like 150 to 200, sometimes with the inserts already, depending on where you go. But it's really a good sign, guys. Really good sign. One says interior detailing process, and the other one has my information as well. So really cool that I was able to acquire another customer. But overall, guys, I hope you guys have a blessed Monday. I'm super excited just to be out here. Weather has been a little bit crazy these past couple of days, but we are finally out here enjoying this nice weather. But whew, I'm tired, I'm exhausted. But overall, you guys have a blessed day. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video.